Okay, so today we are going to be doing a restoration of an old barbell. This is a seriously corroded barbell made by Mac Barbell. This is actually the Mac Barbell Texas Power Bar. Before Texas Power Bar, Buddy Capps broke off from Mac Barbell. They were basically, he was the guy who designed the Texas Power Bar for Mac Barbell as an employee, and then they sold it, and that's why you see all these different iterations of Texas Power Bar, even though Buddy Capps says his was the first. So this bar has been around for quite some time. This one is a brand new bar, and I say brand new as in it's never been used. It was basically purchased a couple decades ago and then sat in the back of a trailer or warehouse or something and just got rusted. But you can tell it's never been used because the knurling is still extremely sharp. Even on where the J-cups would be, it's like it was never even hardly used. It's extremely rusted, like there's corrosion all over the bar, every part of it. It spins still, so it's not locked up. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this bar from what it is now, put it in a bath, brush it, and try and bring it back to what it would look like new. So we're gonna show you how we're gonna do it and how you can do it too. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna do this outside mainly because when I'm done with it, I wanna just like dump the water out. I don't want it in my garage. So we got a drop cloth and we're taking an old box from a squat rack. We're basically gonna make a tub of sorts. If you have a tub, you can use it. I don't want to go buy something that long just to put this in, so it's kind of makeshift. But this is just a plastic drop cloth. I'm going to put this in here, fill it with vinegar. You want to do about a 50-50 solution. We're probably going to be using more vinegar than water. I think that's going to be better just because we have it. But we're going to place the barbell in there. Once we put the cloth down, then we're going to put the vinegar inside, and we'll probably leave it for 24 to 48 hours. Come back, and then we'll probably have to brush it off a bit, but this should take away a lot of the rust.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's the vinegar. I'm now going to go fill these, all three of them, with water and then pour them in as well. Okay, good morning, ladies and germs. We are here at 5 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Will, how are you?
Yo, yo.
And we are going to figure out how this bar's doing. It's been here for, what, 2 days, 3 days?
3 days, I think.
3 days, sitting in both water and vinegar. You came and put in 3 more gallons of vinegar. Mm-hmm. So that's a total of 6 gallons of vinegar and probably, what, 5 gallons, 6 gallons of water. So about 50-50 ratio. I looked at it and I posted this on my Instagram. Working on a new project. Show you what it is. Barbell. This is gonna be sweet. Rust is pretty much just flaking off. So we're gonna see what it looks like in the box, pull it out, brush it down a little bit, maybe put some 3-in-1 oil and see if we can get it back to, a really good condition. Okay, we are at our makeshift bath. We're gonna pull the bar out. You wanna bring it in close? And you can see. Oh my gosh. That is a lot of rust. So the rust is just flaked off on its own on most of the bar. We'll see what it looks like when we pull it out, but it looks pretty good there. Definitely wouldn't want to drink that water. Okay.
Oh shoot.
Here. So the rest of the rust that's kind of left on there is really just flaked off. I mean, it's just coming off. Like, you want to bring it in here close to this, so you can see that rust that's on there still is really just coming off really easily. This is actually easier, or has done better than I thought. I thought we'd definitely have to brush this down quite a bit. I mean, this is an old bar. Look at that. I mean, that's just raw steel right there. I don't think they put any coatings on these ever. So I think everything about this bar was raw steel from the beginning. So that's one reason that it led to so much corrosion. All right, I'm gonna finish scraping this bar, and then we'll add some 3-in-1 oil and kind of show it off. Okay, so I've got it brushed down pretty well. As you can see, like, there's just black stuff coming off my hands. And then the towel is just, I mean, it wasn't a pretty towel, but it definitely wasn't black. So just so much oxidation just coming off. So I want to coat this bar really quickly because it's raw steel right now. So it can oxidate the word? Oxidate pretty quickly. Oxidize pretty quickly. Then hand me the 3-in-1 oil. So I've got some 3-in-1 oil. There's a few different things you could use. I know Bar Shield uses a 3-in-1 oil type thing. I did a review on it and said it was pretty much 3-in-1 oil, and they got kind of mad at that. But I think it's pretty similar. So I'm just gonna liberally coat this bad boy. You're not gonna put too much on, and then you can rub off the excess. And this is just gonna provide kind of a layer between your skin and the bar. This is definitely not gonna look pretty for the rest of its life. It's gonna probably turn like a dull brown or like a bluish gun color. But it will look better than what it did before. So right now I'm just trying to work the 3-in-1 oil into the knurl. Get it in all the peaks and valleys. I mean, look at that. Oh. So I'll work this and get it probably a little bit better off camera, but just right now, I mean, this is, so look at that. And because this bar is pretty much new, I mean, this bar is as sharp as a new Texas power bar. I mean, it's that sharp, and there's no like wearing where the J-cups would be. And you gotta be thinking, this is a couple decades old bar. If this was used on a rack in the past, this would all be ground down, not only because the steel is going to be a milder, it's not going to be as tough, a high tensile strength steel is what's used today. This one's probably 130, 150, but it'd also be used on a squat rack that wouldn't have UHMW plastic on the J-cup. So the fact that the knurling is as in good a shape as it is, I mean, and the sleeves have no marring or scarring, this bar has literally never been used. I mean, this is literally like finding a diamond in the rough. It's just finding it in the back of a trailer. You can see how they used to, the end of the knurl like feathers out, which is Definitely different than the standards we have today on bars. I mean, this thing is sharp, dude. This feels like an Oki power bar or an Oki deadlift bar. Like that here. You can see the pattern. I mean, it is, I mean, this feels like an Oki deadlift bar. It's that sharp. I mean, this would wear down over time, but coming out of the box, if you think an Ohio bar is sharp, this is another ball game. So with any good barbell, all that's left is to train with it. Let's do it.